Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 365 of Comic Book Queers. I am your host, Brett, and with me, as always, is EvilJeff. Hi, Evil.
Hi, what's up?
Hi.
Oh, my God, I had a frog in my throat. Hi, what's up?
Hi. Oh, you have a suey in your throat.
A suey?
Oh, no, sorry, Suyu. I'm making a My Hero Academia reference because we're going to talk about that later.
Oh, right. Suey.
Suey,
I thought it was like short for suicide.
Suey is like, sorry, I was in the club last night. People were saying that to me.
As short for suicide?
No, as Come Here, Piggy.
Okay.
Come here, Piggy, your slop is ready.
Oh, like Suey?
Suey.
But now that's in Drag Race, they now say Piggy like, oh, she ate. She's a little piggy. She ate.
Right. Jewel Sparkles, thank you so much.
But then other dick pigs are all like, oh. We have to
and
talk
the first
about this isn't in our list of things to talk about, but did you put any hot topics?
No, we have no hot topics.
Okay, well, I'm going to do this as a hot topic. You know, I was kind of like
what?
And he was all like, and she was all like, and then they were all like, and I was all like, what?
What's hot?
All right, so there's two things. We're not going to watch them because when we try to watch things, it gets like taken down. But have you watched? And already I'm like 8 episodes in, so it's like it's cheating for me. But have you seen the Meet the Queens or the trailer for the new season of Drag Race?
Of course, for season 18. That's why you're already like 8 episodes in. Yes, I have. Who are we liking? Or who should we watching, for good or for ill?
Well, I feel like I can't say that because then it makes it feel like I'm spoiling things. I will just say who I like.
Okay.
I'm really into Jane Don't.
Jane Don't.
Where's
she from?
Don't.
Do you know?
She is from Seattle, and her drag sisters are Irene, the Alien, and Bosco.
Irene, the Alien, who just showed the world at that All Stars. And Bosco.
And I think, and if you also think like Ben de la Creme, Jinx, they all are Seattle. Like the Seattle is like smart, artsy and smart, you know? Comedy. And so I think that's what she has that kind of Bette Midler vibe. And so
my favorite kind of queen.
Yeah. So I think it's like, because I just love Bosco and all, I feel like it's like she's bringing that energy. So I'm like,
yes. Okay.
There's other ones, but there's so much, I will say just so many of them are just so pretty. They're just so beautiful.
Really?
But the other thing with this season is there's a lot of queens that are over 30.
Nice. Good.
So we're last season, like they were like, Lexi Love, you're so old. And she was like 33.
Right.
Yeah. And you're like, great.
So for any new audience members, why do you know so much about Drag Race, and how are you so ahead of us in episodes?
Well, it's because I edit Fashion Photo Review.
Oh.
So
what did you used to edit?
What did I used to edit?
Oh, with Trixie and Katya.
With Trixie and Katya.
Listen.
Now I'm editing Fashion Photo Review, and so I'm having a preview of everything that's happening. And
with Raja and Raven, of course.
With Raja and Raven. And I will say this. There's just something about the main season, you know. I love a UK. I love a UK versus the world. I love the Philippines, but there is something about the main season, even in All Stars. But there's something about the main season that there's just like I don't know. There's just like a hunger in these little American
these young
queens'
and hungry
eyes.
queens.
That it's just so exciting and fun.
These queens have auditioned 12 times.
I know, right? But anyway, I'm excited for it. But to Jane Don't, I think just go, and this is me just going by like the opening credits and the Meet the Queens, like watching them talk and their vibe. I really like them. And then I kind of like Darlene Mitchell. She's kind of like, she's from LA and she's kind of trashy. Was there any that like off the top of your head that you kind of
I don't want to prejudge. Not yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then Kenya Pleaser, the plus size queen. She looks amazing. She's just full of attitude. I love her.
There's one queen from New York who I'm not familiar with. I forget
Which
the
one?
name. I forget the name. We'll move on.
Didi Fuego?
I won't know if you tell me.
I think she was from New York.
Yeah.
Are you, but that's the thing. Do you feel drag is on a downturn in New York?
I will say when I am going out and we like walk in and forget that there's drag until 11, it's a bummer. It's a downer. It's just the same show over and over. And one of the most common traits of said show is light in the crowd, sparsely populated. So maybe the answer is yes to your question.
Interesting.
I mean, there's some, shows that draw crowds. There's probably more that don't. At least in Hell's Kitchen.
I feel like New York is trading it for drag queens with back rooms. It's all about the back rooms now.
It's all about the back rooms. I do not live in Brooklyn, and I feel like everything happens in Brooklyn these days.
The interesting drag is in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Do you ever be like, hey, let's fucking go to Brooklyn gay bars for a night?
Girl.
Is that a yes or a no?
$3 bill, followed by the Knockdown Center from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. on Saturday.
Oh,
what are we doing to ourselves? We're in deep Brooklyn. We're in deep Bushwick clubbing.
Bushwick. That's where the creativity is.
We're in deep Bushwick. Oh no.
There is another thing that came out. I don't know if you saw it, but there was like a pirated leak of a Doomsday trailer bit.
So I hear that 4 trailers are coming out like weekly, and that each trailer is going to focus on a solo character before giving us like week 5 movie trailer. Are you hearing this too?
Yeah, but did you see who the first one was?
Isn't it? Spoilers, everyone, if you haven't seen it. Isn't it Cap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the kid. He's holding a baby.
With a baby.
He's holding a baby.
Oh, you're going to
make me. But then it's like, when he went in the past, and then slept with what's her nuts, Captain UK. What's her name? What's her character's name? With Peggy, that means they had a kid. And that kid would be an adult.
Right.
And so are they now? Are they
giving us
that's
a new
not
Cap?
in the is he going to be? If Captain America does his sperm, will he make a superhuman baby?
Who knows? More importantly, will Bucky? Yeah, I don't know.
Will Bucky have a butt baby and then start playing hockey? Sorry.
We'll talk about that soon too.
Yes.
Speaking of things coming out, Marvel Rivals, the video game, dropped a new character on us, a playable character.
Oh, I saw this, but I forgot. Which one was it?
Did you see it, Sugar?
Oh, right, Rogue, yes.
Rogue is a playable character.
Have you played some Rogue?
Game.
Have you played some Rogue?
I sure have, and guess who does the voice? Lenore Zan.
From X-Men 97? Oh, I love it. Did you purposely get Emma and play with Emma and Rogue to see what they say to each other?
I haven't heard any Emma and Rogue banter yet.
Okay.
But we're holding out. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Sugar.
So
Emma, what you doing over here?
Do you know how fun it is to be Rogue in a video game and just decide you're going to jump on someone and touch their face?
And then do you then get their powers?
Yes. And
that's so cool.
I think you're supposed to. I don't think I've gotten. I'm still figuring my way out on how to play Rogue. I think you can. Anyway,
what is her position?
Her big power?
Thing?
Oh, she's
no, but I mean, how there's like Vanguard. You said
same as Emma, a tank essentially. They have like the most amount of hit points. They're supposed to go in there and just like take the damage. When she does her big power, which is to like start absorbing everyone around her, she just goes, "I'll take everything." That's the best.
Love.
And,
my God.
You know what Emma's
That's
is.
Great.
I have to remind you what Emma's is.
Oh, yeah. Tell me. What is it again?
Kneel, peasants.
It's
so good.
So gay. I love it.
It's so gay.
Oh, my God.
Rogue has a big butt, too. So we love it. We love playing her.
Of course.
Just throwing ass. throwing ass. I think we should
Speaking of
focus
ass.
on a little TV we're watching, namely some really gay hockey. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on.
What you watching? Is it me naked? No? Oh, fine.
Actually, according to, what's his name, Jordan Firstman, the one from I Love L.A. and English
Oh,
teacher.
are we going to talk about that?
I guess we are.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, according
so-
to Jordan Firstman.
Yeah, let's talk about Heated Rivalry. And let's make this picture
Heated
big,
rivalry.
'cause, you
Heated
know,
rivalry. Heated
What an
rivalry.
episode.
I don't think anyone anticipated that this would blow up like the way it
has
did.
blown up in my living room.
And sprayed all over your living room.
And sprayed
But
everywhere.
just from, and I think there's a thing that I think people need to realize, that there is a sort of backlash happening. Behind the scenes, it is someone who works in the industry and has some inside scoops and of a lot of mergers. There's a lot of mergers and stuff going on. And there is the new heads of Paramount, the new heads of Disney, they are in Trump's pocket. And they want to get rid of the BETs, the MTVs with Drag Race. They do not want gay people. They do not want people of color. They just want nice white Christian love. That's what they want. But there is a problem with that. You can get Republicans to watch right-wing news, but you cannot get them to watch right-wing media, like stories. They don't want to watch it. Know what they want to watch? They want to watch two guys kissing. And so there is this thing of this backlash of like, they don't want it, but look what everybody in Trump's America, look what all the women are diddling and the gay men are diddling their clits to, is this fucking show. They're
And
so
some
fucking
of the straight
into
men
it.
who are realizing that they're more bisexual than they thought they were.
And so Heated Rivalry has blown up. These two actors are purposefully not talking about their sexuality. I think Ilya might be bisexual. Shane, the guy who plays Shane, I'm pretty sure he's straight. He seems straight to me. However, it brings up the old thing of like, should straight people or in the closet actors be playing gay parts? And Jordan Firstman had a lot to say about it, and he said it in a really annoying, bitchy way. And now he's getting a lot of heat, and he's had to like make an apology.
Yeah, and he's
Also, because he's
basically-
doing an HBO show and then trashing another HBO show. So I'm sure HBO was like, what are you doing?
I can see the frustration of somebody who has been in the business and done a lot of queer projects for 10 to 15 years that nothing came close to blowing up as much as this thing has. And it's, arguably one of those depictions of homosexuality that you and I lament often, which is, I'm so in the closet. Oh, the pain. Here, for some reason, we love it. I think it's because they're hot, and there's a lot of sex. I don't know.
But I also think there is a thing where we have to start coming to because that's the thing is, as someone who watches BLs in Asia, they're made by women for women, and then gay men like them too. But it is for women. It's female entertainment. So there is this idea in the whole system is most of those actors can't come out either because they want that kind of mystique of like, that's kind of the popularity. Is that fucked up? Kind of, yeah. But I think the thing is we also have to be like, the fact that we don't have enough gay actors out to fill these roles is more of a systemic issue. And I think we should like bring those things up about the systems and not like individual shows. Because there's a chance like the show might not have been made if it was like, no, we want all queer and we want this and we want this. It might not have been made. So I think a lot of times it's like these people that are making these projects and shows, they're doing the best they can. And I think
Speaking
the
of
fact
that,
that this is mainstream, there's a gay show that is like one of the most watched shows on HBO is a gay show. This is like what we wanted Looking to do. And I think Jordan Firstman is like, but this isn't real. Like I want real. Guess what? The mainstream doesn't want to watch real.
Nobody wants real. What's
they
real?
want to watch a fantasy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went on a...
No, I love that. I love that. But speaking of the cast and crew doing their best, Jacob Tierney, who is a gay man, the showrunner,
Yeah.
was very good about protecting these two actors in interviews when questions of their sexuality came up, because he knows it too. Just like you said, it is a no-win situation in that. And yeah, it's fucked up. I mean, if you are perceived to not be as masculine, then maybe you don't hit as much to the women in these types of roles, which is ridiculous, but it's the truth that they go by. But back to you can't ask in auditions, so are you gay? An audition is a job interview.
You actually aren't allowed to ask that.
You are not?
You're not. No.
I know.
That is why...
how would you...
What was it? Funny Girl.
Show?
I think it was the girl who was doing Funny Girl, the touring, who got it. She pretended to be Jewish, and they couldn't ask her if she really was.
Yeah.
And then after she got the part, it turned out that she was not really Jewish. So
it's not like
tricky.
Jacob Tierney can say, "Hey, are you gay? Okay, you don't get the part. Hey, are you straight? You get the part." He went by chemistry.
Yeah. And I think there's the other thing where it is like, why aren't we getting out gay actors? Have you seen Peacemaker? Like, there is out gay actors in tons of things. There are. I think it's just like, and I think sometimes we just want everything to be completely perfect. But I'm like, hey, you have to understand, Heated Rivalry is fighting against Trump's white nationalist, de-gay America.
Doing a great job.
And it's a good thing. So that's the thing, is like, stop trying to tear it down and nitpick it. Like, I think we're not at the point where I think it's like that whole idea of like, but I want it to be perfect in this, and it's like our world is falling apart. We need to
we're gonna take a win.
We can get.
We need to take a win.
Yes,
and this is a big win.
And also this is made very well. I think the direction is actually really good.
The opening
and I'll tell you
montage was incredible to that
the
one
music
song.
Selection is really good.
Really good.
Yeah. And then the metaphors that are just sprinkled throughout. Like, I'm going to bring up ginger ale.
Oh, wait, that has something to do with the deep emotional moment of this episode.
So the thing is you just see Shane throughout the episode, because you kind of see it's just spanning through time, and they're fucking whenever they can, but then otherwise they're living their lives and being very successful, but they're both kind of very lonely. And you see Shane, every time he's out doing something, he's asking for ginger ale, and no one has it.
No one has it.
And then he finally goes to stay over at Ilya's house, and he's like, "Oh, you want a ginger ale?" Like, he already knows, and he has it all prepared. And I think this is the subtext. And I know people who've read the books, like, it's internal monologues, so they know everything. But you don't have those internal monologues. But you can see Ilya has been preparing for him to come over and for him to spend the night. Like, he's nervous. He's trying to prepare for it. And when he gets him to stay, and then when they kiss each other and start saying each other's names and jerk each other off, Shane catches that's when I think he's like, "Oh no, I think I'm in love." And then he's like, "I gotta get out of here."
That Shane catches himself. That was my moment. That was my takeaway. A lot of people are saying it was from when Ilya called him Shane instead of Hollander that started and I do think it was a build. It was the
part
ginger
of it.
ale.
I think it's everything.
Everything
was happening.
It's all of it. But then, yes, there is such a palpable moment of him about to say, "I love you," and he doesn't.
And he stops it. And then he's like, oh no, I can't be this.
Like, this is,
I can't be
almost
this.
just said, "I love you," for fuck's sake.
And when he starts leaving, and Ilya's just like, "Hollander." Because he's looking at him like, come on. But at the same time, Ilya, he is too scared to be hurt, because he knows this person's running away, so he's scared to tell him what he feels too. And I will tell you this, I've always complained that most Western media is all about the coming out and the in the closet. But this is done really well. And that's the thing, is like that this trope is done really well. And I do feel a lot of people are complaining about that. But I'm like, but if it's done good, then who cares?
Yeah, in the context of professional hockey, it adds stakes. It makes it interesting. It kind of, you understand it more.
Because it is in hockey.
So
we don't live in some world where every hockey player is gay. Then it does become a porn, where it's like, is everybody gay? You know? But then Shane meets a cannibal, the girl from...
Thank you. First of all, Did not clock it until the closing credits, and I was like,
Well, because
wait,
she's
Sophie
like all
Melise.
prettied up.
Yeah, exactly. She's not dirty.
But yeah, the girl, Melanie Linsky's younger version from Yellow Jackets,
Shanna.
plays like a famous actress, and then Shane starts dating
Like
her.
basically Scarlett Johansson. Like she's in a franchise called The X Squad.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, so she's like she's now the love interest. And so then the show kind of like comes together where they both happen to be at a club at the same time. And the thing that I loved is they didn't see each other at first. He sees his hockey player friends, and then Ilya just sees a friend of the actress, and they both immediately know. And I love those things where it tells you they are watching every single thing this person does on social media.
Yes.
And so they immediately know they're there.
They know what's up.
And they're just staring at each other, and then fucking tattoos.
That like it was the original and then it was the updated, right?
And then it went to like men singing it. And I'll tell you this, all the things you said running through my head. The lyrics, the lyrics hit so hard for me in this, because it's literally all the things you said running through my head, but this is not enough.
Not enough.
And then they both end up, like Ilya leaves alone to jerk off in a shower, and then Shane goes to fuck his actress while it's saying this is not enough.
Yeah. And Shane is picturing, there's a whole thing online that Shane was picturing Ilya in the shower, that wasn't really Ilya in the shower, that was Shane's fantasy. But I don't know.
That's what he was using to try and fuck the girl. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, my takeaway is Ilya was jerking off in the shower, thinking about the eye contact in the nightclub, which was so fucking hot. Can you imagine that man staring at you in the club like that, looking like that, in that shirt?
Yeah.
How awkward was it when they played each other and they couldn't make eye contact in the dugout? Is that a dugout? Do we call that a dugout? I don't know anything about hockey.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. The box, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's...
Because he knew about Scarlett Johansson, Rose.
Yeah, it's really like giving you this really good slow burn. And you know it because I'm also, the next day on TikTok, I just watch a bunch of straight women. And it started with just women watching it by themselves. There are just now groups of women. There's
Watch
book
parties?
clubs that are, instead of reading the book, they are getting together and watching Heated Rivalry.
It is like a
horny
Luigi
women.
Mangione courtroom day. There's so many women
Yes.
just grouping
And
around.
just watching them watch that end scene, and then they're like freaking out that it ended. Yeah. And it got renewed for season 2. So
it's their Marvel universe.
yeah. Yeah. And hey, girl, there's like 3 other couples.
Yeah, there's like other couples in different.
So they
kind of
got they got a
timelines.
lot more things that they could keep on going with this. But it's just really good. And I'll tell you this, as someone who's an avid BL watcher, I had a success. I finally got a friend to watch Kin Porsche. And he binged it in like 3 days.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm spreading my
spread it.
the
King Porsche
faggotry.
deserves to be spread around.
Yeah,
There should
and
be
he
a
was
musical.
just like, although he was like, Porsche is so hot. Are all of these BLs, are they all as hot as Porsche? And I'm like, I don't think anyone's as hot as Porsche.
No.
And I think a lot of them are hot, but Porsche is that actor
Next
is
level.
so beyond
Next level. And he's
beyond
like
hot.
like a Gucci model in Thailand.
Oppo. Oh yeah. Oppo. Anyway, but that's what I'm telling you. If any of you were watching, and everyone was talking about, I was at a gay Christmas party. Everyone was talking about Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
And I just kept telling people were like, oh, why isn't there more of this? And I'm like, call me. I will give you recommendations. There is. It's just not in English, bitch.
You know what you should do? Start
What?
a production company, American remakes of all of the Asian BLs that you watch.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. Ooh. Can you imagine if we got Crave Canada to redo? Can you imagine if Kin Porsche was with Ilya and Shane? Because I'll tell you this, just remember this. In Asia, these BLs, the actors become pairs. So they'll go off and do straight movies. They'll make an album. They'll do their own projects, but they always come back and will do another BL together. Can you imagine if these two actors came back and did the remake of Kin Porsche?
You know
A
who would be
mafia
totally
boss and his
down?
bodyguard?
You know who would be totally down to do that? These two actors, because
Exactly.
they clearly love each other's company. They clearly enjoy one another. They're
They have
comfortable
said
around one
that
another.
they are best friends now.
Like the chemistry is off the charts with these two.
Yeah,
Which is
they showed up at
wild.
High Tops in WeHo. I go to the High
Oh my
Tops in
God.
Silver Lake.
Oh my God, I would
probably
freak
would have
out.
lost it.
Did you hear who showed up at Flaming Saddles in Hell's Kitchen the night of the Wicked premiere in New York?
Who?
The sexiest man alive. Just sitting at the bar.
Oh, was he there to as like, hey everybody, or was he trying to just like hang out?
I think he was hey everybody.
John, was it Bailey?
Yeah,
What's
Bailey.
his name?
Yeah.
Jonathan Bailey.
Jonathan Bailey.
He's so cute. I'll tell you this. Did you watch
He's
his
the
Actors
cutest.
on Actors with
Can we
Corin?
talk about that? Can we talk about that a little?
When is he coming out? Because I was like, there was so much sexual
kinda
tension
awkward.
between them.
You think
He's very
so?
nerdy. Did
I
you?
feel
I
like David
watched. I don't know if you
Cornswet
watched
was,
the
like,
Royal Court with Brittany
battling it
Broski.
off.
He was on that too, and he was just like, "Can I talk about nerdy things?" And he
I did
just-
see that.
And he's just so. There was just. I don't know. I just feel like.
I felt like he was a little uncomfortable around Jonathan Bailey.
You
And it
do?
didn't-
Oh, I
yeah.
thought I was reading it as sexual tension.
I would like to read that, but it was just so awkward. I mean, maybe it was a Clark Kent type of sexual tension.
Yeah. Anyway,
I didn't like that. How did you stay masculine when you were being picked up by a woman? I was like, what kind of question?
Oh, I didn't see that
is
part.
that?
I'll be honest, I didn't watch the entire thing.
Yeah,
just
I
watched
don't know.
fun
Like there was
clips.
a moment where I feel like Jonathan Bailey realized, oh, I'm dealing with one of these kind of guys. Oh, I thought he was going
no.
to be a little bit more open.
Oh, it's
Like
weird
when they-
because the clips that they're showing are the opposite of that. So I guess if you see the whole thing, you start seeing another
Like-
side of it.
Here's another example. Pre-interview, the woman from Vogue asks the both of them, "What is your dream musical to do?" And at the same time, they both said High Society, which is wild. Wild that they would both say High Society. And Corin Sweat goes, "Oh!" And so Bailey goes in for a hug, and like Corin Sweat clearly wasn't going in for a hug, and like he kind of stayed back a little. I was like, I don't love this body language, mostly because it reminded me of what would happen if I ever met David Corin Sweat.
Yeah. You would be
Awkward.
in jail.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to Pluribus. People,
We've got Pluribus.
I feel like I'm having to fight people.
Thank you. I feel like I'm on island. I don't think it's slow.
People are like, this was so slow and boring and nothing's happening. And I'm like, this was like one of my favorite
Watch it.
episodes.
This is one of my favorite.
What is going
episodes.
on? I think people are expecting this to be Severance, and this is
Breaking
more of
Bad.
character studies. It's a character study. This is a character study of what would happen in this situation. It's not
like,
so much of like, what's
humanity.
the reveal? What's the hive going to do next?
Right.
It's really just like, what are these people doing?
It's like,
When this is
what
happening.
if this happened? Do you know the biggest thing about this? If it happened, it would be so boring. It would be so lonely and desolate and slow and sad.
Because there is no
and fucking
creativity.
boring.
People
'Cause there's
don't go to
no
movies.
Music.
People
There's
don't have
no art.
conversations. It's gone.
There's no laughter. There's no jokes. This is horrible, and this is what it feels like when the
And
doves
I
cry.
think, and the thing that's great with this is, what's the guy who's in Vegas? What's his name?
Mr. It's like Barista or
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because people always get mad at me when I don't remember the
Bedieste.
names. Okay, hold on. There we go. So,
Mr. Biedstein.
wait, why is it not showing what his character's name is? Anyway, there's Carol, there's Vegas guy, and then there's Manuosos.
Yeah, Manuosos.
from Paraguay. And just seeing how each of these people that aren't affected, how different they are. And even Lakshmi, where she is like in a world of delusion, pretending everything's fine. This is my son. Where you're like, no, it's not.
You made my son cry. It's not your son.
Yeah, where Manuosos is the opposite, where he's like, I will never talk to you. I will never help you. And Carol's just like kind of like
Mr.
trying to
Diabetic.
use them and figure it out.
Yeah, and she's like, Carol's rational. She's trial and error. But that rationality actually falls apart at the end of this episode when Zosha comes back after Carol writes come back to us on the street. Suddenly Zosha rolls up and gives this look like we're manipulating her now. Which I'm
And
like,
here's-
is this being capable of manipulation?
Yeah. I think this comeback, I think she does need companionship, so it was kind of real. But I think she also...
Her reaction.
Yeah. I think she just needed companionship, but I do also think she's not ending her quest to end it all.
No.
I think
no.
she
didn't
realized
acquiesce,
I need to get back. I need them to come back for me to do something. And I think what we're not looking is that there is a plan. But I think that now that her plan is to like, I'm going to now think that I'm going to make them think that they're on my side. When Manuosos comes, he's going to be like, fuck, you're on their side now. So I'm curious of, but also a lot of time passed by. And we also saw Manuosos. I was just saying before, like, how is he going to cross the Darien Gap if he's just driving from Paraguay? And that ended up being what the whole episode is. And even the Hive is like, you can't cross there. Like, no one can do it. Like, you can't do it. And he's like, I don't care. And he tries to do it. And he fucking falls in those spike trees. It was like horrifying.
He was going to, as soon as they showed them, I was like, oh, he's going in. Like, there's no show where he's fine after they show those fucking things.
But here's the thing is they save him. But I am curious of the timeline of how much time it feels. Then it's said 48 days later. At what point in those 48 days where we see Carol asking to get Zosha back, where is he? Because I feel like that's not 48 days. So he's in the hospital. Where is he? And when is he going to show up? How many more episodes of the show are there?
Do they take his stem cells because they got him in the hospital? Can they?
But don't they still have to ask permission to get the stem cells from him?
Yeah. But maybe they need to as part of the operation. If you don't let us do it, you'll die.
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I just find this show just very meditative, because the thing is, it makes you think about like, what would I do in this world? And it makes you think about art and how art is disappeared, and the idea of like, we won't kill anything. And then you're thinking about like, how would I live if I couldn't kill anything, even vegetables? Like, it's just makes you have conversations with people. This show is great.
It's great. To me, it's playing with so many different extremes, because I feel like we're living in such an extreme time. Like, there's no chill anymore. Everybody is so one way down a particular pole.
Uh-huh.
And that's what so much of this feels like. Like, it's super nice. It's super lonely. It's super conservative. It's super angry. It's super pro art. And all of it is just like, if everything could just balance.
Yeah. And then also, though, I'm fighting with people. Well, not really fighting. I'm just seeing people. There's a lot of people that are fighting over how this hive mind works. Because a lot of people are like, the hive is great. The hive is the good guys. And they actually are still themselves. They can all just talk to each other, but they're still themselves. And I'm like, no.
No, they're not.
No, they are all one person.
The hive
That instantly
is
know
a
everything
being
about
that
each
took
other.
control of everybody's minds and enslaved them.
Yes. And there's some people that are going on TikTok and getting into fights being like, no. And I'm like, ah. And there's times where I start typing out. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not going to get into a TikTok fight with the person.
Yeah, please don't.
Stop hitting your microphone, Brett.
There's no jokes. There's no comedy. All of the laughter is when someone is like, "Oh, that's not the way it works." That's the only time someone laughs is to correct
someone
another
laughs
person.
is because a laughter comes from something just unexpected happened that I didn't think was going to happen, and so that no
There can be
longer
no
can ever happen.
contradictions.
Well, I guess can you laugh at yourself? Like if you saw someone
no
from the
self.
hive mind slip
no
on a
self.
banana, I guess
No.
you're just like, oh, I just slipped on a
Whoops.
banana.
Careful, that body would need repair.
What a boring life.
It is the worst. I am team Carol and Manuosos so hard.
Yes.
When they meet each
Yes.
other, they're going to be so brilliant together. That's why I love the slow build, is because the payoff is going to be that much more rewarding. When these two meet, it's going to be like Fargo. When those two finally met at the end, but the opposite. They're going to like each other, not shoot each other.
Unless he thinks that she's betrayed and is like on their side.
Yeah, but that won't last long because they are ultimately, they'll see who each other really is quickly.
Yeah.
Because they're that kind of people. He's great. He's fucking, what a great character. First of all, he's got integrity to the gods. He will not accept a piece of lint from these people.
No.
Secondly,
He's still trying to pay people for gas that he siphons off from
he's
them.
putting money on people's cars. Thank you.
And then it cuts to Carol. She's like breaking windows, stealing Georgia O'Keeffe's. Like she's at this point like, fuck it. She's stealing Mercedes Benz's. Like she's doesn't give a fuck.
That is great that she replaced her print of the Georgia O'Keeffe painting with the actual Georgia O'Keeffe painting.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And someone was
Classic
like,
lesbian going
that
to see
painting
Georgia
is
O'Keeffe.
about war. And I'm like, no, Georgia O'Keeffe is about vaginas.
No, that's
It's
not
because
true.
she's a lesbian. She's a
Georgia
lesbian.
O'Keeffe is about flowers. Plain and simple.
Girl, they're vaginas.
They're not. That's urban myth. Poor woman. She devoted her life to color and light and nature, and everyone's like, pussies.
But that's what it is. Like there's a thing
God.
where it's out of her hands. She can be like, no, not pussies. What? But sorry, babe, they look like a bunch of pussies. And guess who hangs them up? A bunch of lesbians, as we see that Carol does.
What defines art? The intent or the mass
No, the
takeaway?
the after effects.
well,
Pussy.
speaking of
okay,
art,
let's move on. What else are we
Our
talking
next thing
about?
that we're talking about is something very close to my heart. I hope I don't get emotional. I don't think I will. I'm too tired. But after 8 seasons, My Hero Academia is over. The story of Deku and the 1A students is done for now. I think there'll be a movie, but it's done.
It's done. I don't want it to come back at all because I do not like how it ended.
I understand. But first, I want to start the segment by saying thank you. I feel like I made you watch this, and it was 8 seasons long.
I did enjoy it. I'm glad I watched it. I don't hate it to the point where it's not like Battlestar Galactica where I'm like, I want my life back.
Yes.
I just liked it so much that I did not like where some of the characters ended up.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that. And we'll fight
Yes.
about that because I
Okay.
feel like it was the only way it could have gone. But ultimately, this was the story of Izuku Midoriya, Deku, which was an ironic nickname given to him by his bully, Bakugo, when he was a kid. But he came to own it as a hero. In fact, his kind of sort of girlfriend, my only complaint about the ending, Ochako, said that Deku kind of sounds like Japanese for "you can do it," which will play heavily into the ending that I think we talked about, the big battle against All for One. Anyway.
Yeah, because that's the thing is that he finally beats All for One, and then there's like three or four episodes of just the aftermath.
There's like 3 episodes of just character arc tie-up and growth, which is a testament to how quality this show and this manga, but really the show, because I feel like the show elevated the manga from what I see online. But it really was about these characters, you know, not so much about the action. Even the superhero fight was about something very emotional, very heartfelt, what it means to be a hero.
It also just has the idea of he was always looking for the good. He was always ready for someone to say, I give up. I think I do want to be good. There is good in me and I want to stop being evil. He was ready for he was ready to give everyone a second chance.
Because he
Which
kind of
is
saw
not-
past their behavior. He saw past the villain into the pain
Yeah.
that led to it.
Which is
He,
very different. Yeah, it's
the
very
need
different
behind
from
the asshole behavior.
Yeah, let's just fucking kill all these people.
Well, it's funny because that really is, I think, the theme of the show is how Deku changed the world. There was this, and I'll cut to it, there was this scene, bottom left, of second to last episode, they alluded to a little boy who had these really dark powers.
Yeah.
And they mirrored it to Shigaraki, to the main villain, how when he was a boy, he had really dark powers.
Mm-hmm.
That woman that decided, because Deku changed the world, Deku changed the psychology of how the world saw heroes, that woman reached out to that little boy, where it was actually that same woman that did not reach out to Shigaraki years ago. And what did she say? She said, oh, one of the heroes
I'm sure
will
police
take
will
care
come
of
to
it.
you.
One of the heroes will. Yeah, but that was a world led by All Might, and All Might was the one who would save the day. And so everyone was like, he'll do it. You know, they got it. I don't have to do shit. Which then led to the resentment that everyone had for heroes, which led to the rioting and the chaos and everyone just getting mad and kind of turning their backs on the heroes. But then Deku comes along with 1A behind him, these kids, these friends, and he starts empathizing and understanding and inspiring with his vulnerability. And I think that was ultimately the theme of the show. In fact, All For One says it in the ending. You know, I never had the strength of weakness, and that is what this show was ultimately about. And it was just so well done to bookend it with that woman then finally reaching out to that kid, and then later you see that kid at 1A as one of the students,
Yes.
averting all of the disaster that these students had to go through in the future. Just really good, really beautiful.
I would love to. I guess I would love to see kind of Horn Girl, and then the little kid that he saved in the woods, and then that other kid, and the kid with the saucer head, saucer hair. But have all of them
their
be in
adventures.
class.
That was one
Yeah.
of the best. And I think Aerie was one of my favorite characters, the girl with the horn that had the rewind power. I mean, they pretty much devoted like half a season to the rescue of her. But
Yeah.
then instead of throwing this character away, they had Deku and Lemillion, who became the #1 hero, raise this little girl as gay dads and like teach her how to not be scared and how to connect with other people, you know, and just how to be not afraid. And then at the end, to have her big character moment where she breaks her horn off and she's like, give it to Deku so he could rewind. Every character had that kind of completion, which I don't think I've ever really gotten from a story.
My favorite was Iravity. What's her real name again?
Yeah, Ochako Uraraka.
Chaco, when she was battling Himiko.
Oh my God! How about that?
Because Himiko had the Madrox twice, I think his name was.
She took
had
his
twice
power.
his powers, and she's just duplicating. And people are like, oh, we can't stop it. And the interaction where literally they were like, we could have been friends in another world. We could have just been friends. We don't have to kill each other. We could just be friends. And it's weird. We also just realized like, oh, these are just two teenagers. These are two teenagers in a battle that they're way too young for. It was very Sailor Moon-y. It reminded me of, that's very similar to Sailor Moon. Where you're like, oh yeah, these are 14-year-old girls like trying to save the world. But when she was able to suddenly spread, I do love when she got stabbed and then it clicked in. I do like when these people are about to die, it's like the secondary mutation of their powers click in. And when suddenly it affected every duplicate.
She floated
and
every
suddenly she became
duplicate.
super powerful and saved everybody. And then Himiko ended up like cloning her and then giving her all of her blood and sacrificing herself. That was
And
really
that conversation where you realize Himiko was just wired differently. Like, to her, blood meant something very different.
It was her powers. It was like, oh, if I love you, I can be you. I just have to have your blood. It was just a thing that was just natural to her powers.
It was intimacy. It was connection for her. And everyone else was so disgusted by it. So they cast her aside. That moment where Ochako's dying and Himiko just goes, am I cute? Or like, I think Himiko was dying from giving her all the blood. And like her last words were like, am I cute? Like, oh my God. And she goes, the cutest. But then to deal with her, to bring that back up, not just give us that moment like every comic book would do, but then to revisit it, how she was not okay in the background for a whole episode, maybe two. And then Deku finally follows her outside, finally reaches out.
Which he should have kissed her. I don't understand why.
No, that's my only disappointment.
I don't understand why there's like no outward romance. Like, also, they even show, in the end, they show like Electro Guy and Ear Girl. They're like, yeah, we live next to each other. Why are you not a couple? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Isn't it weird? Like, why Deku and Ochako, why not have finally have a moment? Is that because of Western storytelling and like that's what we expect? I mean, no, that just feels global. That feels universal.
Romance in it. I just don't feel, but they set up romance. Why would you set up romance and then not deliver on it?
And then they delivered a little romance that we weren't expecting. I think you and I clocked in the credits.
Gay romance.
When they showed everyone as adults. Sugarman and
Tail Guy.
And Ojiro.
And they were like, they're loved by both genders. And I'm like, wait, what? And then it shows them like living together like, hey. And I'm like, oh, they're gay. Yeah. Weird. I mean, I love it, but it's weird.
I always liked Tail Guy. I always liked him because he always had the most, to me, the most down-to-earth vibe. Like, whenever he talked, I was like, that. Now I know why, because he's a sister.
And then I just really love the development also of Bakugo.
Oh, please.
Throughout this whole thing.
He was such a pain in the ass for so long, so mean, like awful. And then the journey he does, it's when they like bring him into the secret. It's when All Might and Deku bring him into the secret that All Might gave Deku one for all. That Bakugo starts to kind of lighten up.
But when he finds out that Deku gave up his powers to save everybody, and he ran in being like, "But we're supposed to be fighting for number one."
My whole life was about competing with you.
So
and it's kind of sad because Bakugo then they show he's not in the top rankings.
He's not because he still has his temper. He still has his temper, which is hilarious. Yeah. I mean, he's clearly probably in the top 10. But
yeah.
I will say this, though. Overall, I hate sacrificing powers. They did it with Storm, and it was annoying.
No, they didn't.
I hate when people lose their powers.
He never had powers. He was given powers.
Exactly. And so now he has powers. So those taking powers them away...
Those powers had a purpose. They had a mission, and the mission was fulfilled. That shit came from All for One. That power came from All for One, and it circled all the way back to him to destroy him.
Yeah, and see, I just don't agree with that. I think it would be much more interesting if then he had to choose who he was going to give it to next. All of that stuff is stuff the writer made up that I didn't think was necessary. Or even if he did have to give up powers, he could have kept one of them. There could have been one that like, oh, I didn't leave. I stayed behind. I still have the whip power or something like that.
It's not about the powers.
It is.
It's about jumping in. It's about empathizing. It's about helping.
No, that's why I hate Batman, because he doesn't have powers. If you don't have powers, you're not a real hero.
The whole point was that anybody can be a hero. The powers
and I don't agree with
matter. Bakugo said, you only need one power.
And you get a reward. And that's why you get a reward. And for doing all of that, your reward is you get powers. I don't like it that he loses his powers as a teenager. He didn't even get to be like a professional hero.
But he gets to be the best hero in the world, and he gets to teach. He got to change the world, and he gets to teach all the other heroes now how to be heroes in his image. And now he gets to fly around with his friends as adults. when they're all hot.
I don't think it was necessary, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I
it
want
was
people
beautiful.
to have powers.
I think it was beautiful.
I want people to have powers. I don't want a good metaphor.
Anyway, one of the most life-changing stories. One of my favorite things. X-Men start being more like this.
It's a good show. If you do like X-Men, watch this show because it's really fun power. People use their powers in really fun ways.
Real fun. All right. Speaking of X-Men, I think you and I have some
We're
going to
go through these real quick.
Comics.
We're going to go through these real quick.
The music's going to last longer than the comics. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's mutants with powers, Omega for hours. Bitch, let's read some X-Men.
All right. Welcome
Having
to the
these
tail
end
end.
in 3 episodes, every single one of these, they're like, and then it's over. They are all ending horribly. Because they're not even ending in a way that's leading.
Because they don't matter.
They're not leading into a way that I thought they would all link in some way that, like, this is how we're going to stop Apocalypse. No. So then I'm like, why am I reading this? Or not Apocalypse, Revelation.
Ended. These books all ended with everybody dies. Every book.
Or everybody's alive.
Except Unbreakable, which is called Unbreakable because you can't kill them.
Yeah.
But
Long shots.
This one, they
this
die.
This is, girl, I think I'm
this.
going to be mentioned this, and maybe when we do our, at the end of year, this one might come up.
Turns out it's a romance this whole time. No, it's not. No,
it's not anything. It is nothing.
Even
the writer, he's trying to be meta, being like, wow, this is bad. I'm like, girl, yeah, make it good. Don't comment about how bad your writing is.
To the point of I guess death is an ending, but 3 issues to me is like you do Act 1, you do Act 2, you do Act 3. And there's a story. That's not hard. 4, I'd struggle with. 3, I'd be like, I got this. Why is this hard?
There is no Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. There's nothing.
No, there's no structure.
It's kind of like Act 1 is set up. Act 2 is more set up. And then Act 3 is like, oh, shit, I guess we have to end it because I thought maybe there was going to be more.
The jokes about Kraven and Rhino and like how marketable they were, I'm like, this one's not hitting, so you're just going to make it a runner. Okay. You're just going to keep making them
Also,
jokes?
I thought they died, and then they came back. I was so confused.
Help me, Rhonda.
It was bad. It was so bad. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Sinister Six.
What the hell?
Ends with a big reveal. Maybe it would have been interesting
if there was any sort
if I gave a shit. If there was any sort of reasoning of why does that matter?
Right.
If there was a reason of like who Venom, it turns out Venom is Polaris.
Boom.
Why? And Havoc is dead. Cluster is dead. Omega Red is dead. Domino is dead. They're all dead. Polaris was Venom the whole time. Leaves and gives Sinister the stuff, but then brings the stuff like, here's Sinister, here's the stuff, the plan worked. And then he's like, but I'm a Polaris, so I'm going to kill you. Didn't make sense.
But then, of course, like red crystals emerge out of Havoc's body and like start affecting the world around. And it's like that, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Is that going to show up in Amazing
Sinister's
X-Men or any of that?
Doesn't matter because this world is not going to exist next week.
It's stupid. There's no point. No point to it. Even Domino, where it was like, oh, I wear these contacts because if I take them out, I see the bad luck of everybody and I see what they are. And I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Never used. And then she blows up. I hate it. I hate it.
And then she blows up. Unbreakable X-Men, not bad. I mean, a good read.
This one's not bad, but it also was like very rushed, and it's also why.
At least this,
because Gail was like, I don't want to deal with any of this. I'm doing a different
book.
Story. Yeah,
this added information. Like Calico is opening up portals. She's turning horses into seahorses. What?
And making everybody be able to breathe underwater.
Like, I think that was Dome who did that, maybe, or no, she did. I don't know.
I don't think Dome was there.
Actually, Dome was like,
was it Dome? Was Dome doing that to them? Oh, maybe that was Dome doing little mini ones.
Yeah.
But I will say this: Here's the problem, though, is because this didn't deal with Revelation, this thing is going to happen. I feel like these events are probably still going to happen then.
Like that big demon Chivalrac will try to pop out of the penumbra.
And
These
is
words.
Galactus going to still come, and then Rogue is going to turn into Galactus? And if she doesn't, then because that's what means, like, oh, well, because of Revelation, then they might not do that. But if they don't, if she doesn't absorb Galactus's power and become all giant, she won't be able to stop. What is it?
Galactus was part of Revelation. Didn't they?
It's not-
Didn't they like? Didn't they the
What's
penumbra?
the-
Didn't they
Plemuraba?
penumbra?
How do you say it? Penumbra. I keep wanting to say pluribus.
Wasn't Galactus there because of Revelation or like something? I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't think he was. I thought it was just separate.
Rogue did show up though and kill him.
Yeah. And then there was one part where he's like, oh, and then Rogue split into two, and then I didn't like the other one. And I'm like, Gail was probably rolling her eyes while she was writing this because she's like, I didn't want to do that.
She gave that one panel.
Yeah, one fucking panel. So in the end, it was like interesting. It was cool, but it's also still, there's no point to this because then they're going to go back in time, fix things. And now that's just something that happened in the future and it doesn't matter.
I do like that Jitter and Calico were jaded lovers. So that makes them interesting. Death Dream evidently did, never mind. Anyway. Iron and Frost. I mean, I touched my chest at the end. I'm not going to lie. I was moved.
So she just dies?
Yes. Look at the cover.
Yeah, I know. But like, I don't like this either. I wanted her to like get the heart and then help defeat Revelation.
Right. Right. See what I'm saying?
She just dies. So then I'm like, what is the point of this?
It's dystopian. You're supposed to hate it.
I hate it. I hate it.
So anyway, to save Tony.
Wait, how does it end? Does Iron King?
Like Tony.
Does he
and
die?
They sent back a ping to like Tony Stark in the past that like this is gonna happen.
Okay.
Okay,
so maybe when we get to the other thing, maybe Iron Man will come in to like save the day.
Maybe.
But he's
It'll
already
affect
Iron
the
King.
main story.
But he's already
Maybe
Iron
he'll come
King.
from the past.
I don't know. This whole thing, I'm just like,
Maybe he never becomes Iron King.
wait, but is this kind of like, are things live changing in the Revelation universe as they go into the past and change things?
No, it'll have no consequence, which I think is kind of our problem with this whole thing. But maybe it will.
They need to fire everybody.
Maybe in the regular universe, Tony will be like, hey, Emma, and she'll be like, Tony, I told you to leave me alone. And he'll be like, no, listen, I got a ping from an alternate, from the future, from you and me, and we were together, and we died or something. So we should probably be together again.
Yeah. How about we fuck?
How about we fuck? And she'd be like, Hollander.
All I know is Marvel
Hollander.
Comics, you are on notice because these are not good. And it's hurting my heart to read. And I feel like I'm going to have to switch
Not as
to
bad as
DC. But I feel like I need to start reading DC comics to like find good things. And don't make me do that. Don't make me do that, Marvel.
Don't talk crazy. You're just, you know what it is talking? It's the queer. And you know where you got that from.
Actually, you're right. Because I think I'm going to stop reading comic books. And you know when I thought of that? Do you know what I thought of?
What?
A Georgia O'Keeffe painting. Because I thought of pussy.
Oh, flowers.
It's true. Because I hate to break it to you, if you read comics, well, then that will make you
queer.
Bye.
Bye.